I'll tell you all about how to access this stuff in a second. Most of what we do is online. Actually, all of what we do material-wise is online. And all I want to do today, well, a bit of a liar. We did that today too. But all I want to do today is explore this website with you, which is my COCC homepage. I want to make sure you guys understand how the class works, make sure you understand what gets turned in. Administrative stuff today, administrative stuff. We'll get into some more mathematics. If we have time, I've got a fun little puzzle for you to ponder today too. I might leave you with it for Wednesday. Today's Monday, right? Yeah, for Wednesday. But anyway, here's all the stuff, email, phone. I'm up in Grandview, up the hill there, I guess, that way, whatever Grandview is, I think it's that way. 226, second floor. Let's see, down low here, let's go down here. I got office hours down here at the bottom. Oh, it's the same, it's just my directory page, if you need to find it. So it's just COCC with an S rule at the end, so S and then rule at the end. I'm going to fix this. I don't like the fact that that's so smashed together. I don't know why it is. I'll take care of that during office hours. Here's my office hours down here. I've got them before your class and then after class on Wednesday. So it's actually perfect for you guys. It sucks for 243 and 244. They'll have to deal with that since I have none on Tuesday and Thursday. But for you guys, it's great. You got them on before and after. After on Wednesdays. I don't have any on Mondays after. Hopefully that can work. Francis, go ahead.
If we're not able to come in, is the tutoring lab able to help us?
Yes.
I know sometimes it's
yes.
like the higher up classes they can't.
They totally can. The tutors here are fantastic. Okay. A lot of times they don't rush them. This is one thing I've noticed. If you try to go to the tutoring center and want stuff done in like 2.5 minutes, it's going to drive them insane because they're trained well to ask you questions while you're learning, and they know as soon as they see like a rule project, they're like, oh boy. Because they know I'm going to make you think. One of my students, as he turned in his last assessment last term, 244, was like, well, thank you, brother, for making me think every single minute of this class. And he said it with this big smile on his face. I'm like, I'm sorry. He's like, don't be sorry. You just realize how much you made me think. That's what I want in here. I don't want to just regurgitate stuff back. So the tutors are going to help you with that too. They're going to make you think through stuff. So make sure if you go in to see them, make sure you have the time to see them. They have to get refamiliarized with where they are in the class. You're in 105. Okay, that's that little strange. There's one section of that 105. I have to make sure I know what he's talking about. Right. So yes, they can tell, you can also email me. We can get a lot done via email. I know a bunch of you guys are working and you have other schedules and these might not work with your schedules. Just shoot me an email. Phone works too, but email seems to be the best because we can actually answer the questions in writing back and forth. It seems to help. Right. So other definitely resources besides, and I'll show you. I have the link to the scheduling or the testing and tutoring page on the schedule page here in a second. So yes, Francis, absolutely. To answer your question, yes, and there are even more resources than that for you. Cool. Hi. Oh no. What's your name? What's your last name? I will not drop you. You're in the class already? Yes. Then I will not drop you. Go take care. Here we go. Oh, she feels better.
No, it's just braces.
Oh, it's braces. Well,
Braces, emergency.
Yes, I had them. Yes, I remember. Okay. So anyway, you can ignore 243 and 244. Here's us. There we are. Here we are. Course information. I want to spend the whole class basically exploring this link here today with you guys. So I'm going to click on that. Here's the syllabus. If you're, for lack of a better term, I think it's visible. Yeah, on camera. We can see that on the camera. So this is the syllabus. Everything you need is here. And in decreasing importance as you go down, a lot of the stuff you won't look at more than today. Some parts of this you'll look at constantly during the term. Parts of it you'll look at occasionally during the term. So I want to go through it in order of importance. And the most important part of this is the schedule at the very, very top. And it's going to look a little bit overwhelming at first. Let's click on that and take a peek. So a bunch of yellow. I learned how to code HTML in the 90s, so it's going to look a little bit like that. I haven't joined the WordPress area or anything like that. And COCC's website is too constrictive, so could you reach up above you and kill one set of lights? Is that better? Yeah. That looks better up here. Good, thank you. That's perfect. Thank you, sir. So this is just jumps to get you from week 1 to all the way to exam week. You can click through that if you need to. I'll get back into what this means in a second. What I really want to do is just look at this week 1. So I've got all of my classes here. Every term I survey my classes and I ask them, should I change the schedule page? And every term they say no. Once we get used to its weirdness, it makes perfect sense. So, okay. So it stays exactly the way it looks. Monday, here we are. This is what we're doing right now. Yes, what we're doing right now. Tuesday, we're off. Wednesday, you got a quiz due. We'll get into that momentarily. You'll see what that quiz is all about. Then Thursday and Friday, you're off. That's pretty much straightforward. Now, if you keep scrolling down into week 2, you'll notice that next Monday is blank. Next Wednesday, there's a quiz due. You keep scrolling. Monday after that is blank. And then Wednesday, there's a project due. To which you start thinking, what the hell? Why is every Monday blank? Do I just stay home on those days? And the answer is no. The answer is no. You don't stay home on those days. What's going to happen is you're going to come here, and we're going to do some mathematics. And the idea is, what mathematics are we going to do? So let me show you. If you go up here, this extra practice / homework sheet, I'm going to refer to this again later. Here are the topics that the course entails. Here are the topics that the course entails. We're going to start at the beginning. I haven't decided on an estimation yet. We might dump that one. So we're definitely going to start with grade, and we're going to scroll right through these topics as the course goes on. So we're going to start most likely with grade, or maybe an equation boot camp on Wednesday. I haven't quite decided that either. But we're going to start on Wednesday doing some good quality mathematics / statistics / probability, which is kind of what the whole course is revolving around. Some geometry in there too as well, just for good measure, because we just used that today and it seemed to come in pretty handy for us. So we'll start at the beginning, work our way through. I don't exactly know how long every topic takes. Some classes can get through the grade lesson in one day. Some classes take a day and a half. Some classes take 2. Depends on what kind of questions you guys ask, what we need to go over in more depth. So rather than just rush through grade in one day, I leave it blank back here in the schedule page and just realize that on this day, on Wednesday, we'll start into something, whether it's the grade, whether it's this equation boot camp idea I had riding my bike into work today. Whatever it is, we'll have something that we're going to do on Wednesday, and as soon as class is over, I'll run back to the office and I'll post on the schedule page what we did. I'll also upload that video and put a link to that video right under it. There'll be a video link for this one as soon as I get this off the camera and upload it to YouTube, so you guys can see the day that you missed, or the day that we did today too. So each day you'll have a little line, a little video link, a little line, a little video link, plus whatever we did in class. Any materials that we used in class, I'll link to the schedule page and so forth. Yeah?
Will those stay up there the whole term?
Yes, they will. This is a living document. This is the barest it will be, and it will just keep getting added into as the term goes on. Perfect question. Yeah?
So, is there actually a quiz every Wednesday?
There is. More than one sometimes.
What?
Relax. Wait till we talk about the whole grading scale. You don't have to do every single one. But there'll be multitudes offered. I think I offered 25 last term, I believe by the end of the term there were 25. If you count the ones we do in class and the ones that are offered out of class. But you don't have to do all of them. We'll get into that momentarily as far as what you turn in for points. So I put a quiz due placeholder now every Wednesday, and sometimes they're on Monday. It depends on what other stuff falls. But yes, there'll be at least one quiz offered each week. And there's a reason for at least one each week of 10, and we'll get to that, like I said, in about 10 minutes or so. Don't worry. Whoever said what when I said at least one. Francis, don't worry. Don't worry. You don't have to do every single one. You can do every single one. You can, but you don't have to.
I'm good.
So we'll.
No pressure.
No, seriously. The reason for that is to take pressure off, and you'll see how that works momentarily.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, don't worry about that. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Good. All right.
Good for it.
So in other words, and tell me your name too.
Faith.
Faith asked, will what's up here stay? Yes, just keep getting added to. So the quizzes will be hyperlinked. The first one is already hyperlinked. The next ones aren't. And can anybody think about why the next ones aren't hyperlinked yet?
You don't know which one you're going to do yet?
That's the whole thing. I don't know which topic will be in for those quizzes. So by Wednesday, I'll have a much better idea. Once we have class on Wednesday, I can go back to the office and be like, okay, let's build some quizzes that actually talk about these topics and put those up for next week. So you get plenty of time to work on those. As far as the quizzes being due, they're worked on outside of class. You don't do these in class. You do them outside of class and bring them. I'll talk more about that momentarily. Yeah. Fair? Okay, good. All right. So, notice it just keeps going. I try to use reds to get your attention, kind of like Burger King, McDonald's do. Boom. So, project, light blues for days I have to cancel class, or I get Memorial Day is down here at some point. Yeah, there it is. Week 9, it looks like. But there's your no, not Francis. Tell me your name again.
Me?
Yes.
Tammy.
Tammy, thank you. There's your quizzes. I try to put a placeholder for quizzes each Wednesday for the time being. There might be more than one linked. Also, what I'll do is after a quiz is due and you guys turn it in, I'll make a video solution for the quiz and place it right next to that quiz that's due. So you can go back and look at the quiz and see how I would solve it. You might have solved it differently, that's fine, but you'll have another set of resources there. So Faith, it definitely keeps growing. It's just going to keep packing these cells in. So these won't be blank for long. Once we're in there, we'll actually have stuff in there to do. Cool, or have either to do or have been done in class. That works that way too. I want to keep referring back to this schedule page as the day goes on because we have to. I want to make sure that you guys are comfortable with this. And especially because Francis, when you freaked out when I said at least one per week, I might have freaked somebody else out too. Not so vocally, but that's okay. Materials. I got a couple of emails from folks about textbooks. Let's get into that. The prereq, I know that you had to take Math 95 or test out of it to get into this course. It's one of only 2 courses at this school that has a mandatory prereq, what Math 105 is. I'm assuming that you guys used your TIs a little bit in that course. You'll use them in other ways in this course too. Not all the time, but they'll come in handy. It's nice having Google around to do certain stuff. I'm also going to have you guys using Excel out of class, doing some stuff in Excel and turning that in. If you've never used Excel, I assume you've never used Excel before. So you can relax there too. I saw a couple of faces drop when I said you'll be using Excel. I'm assuming you've never touched Excel before, the way I've designed the assessments. So in other words, click on this button, open this file. Really, really basic stuff. I think it would be sad for me to think that people would have left college experience without ever using a spreadsheet, especially in this day and age. So we'll get you into there. You get your fingers dirty, your feet and your hands dirty in Excel. It's a great, great mathematical tool for a lot of reasons. As far as the textbook goes, it's a freebie. It's an online text. If you click right there, it pops open, and it's got, everything's right there for you. We don't use the entire book. We use bits and pieces of it, and I'll show you how you know what bits and pieces we use as we click through the syllabus today. You can order a copy of it. I think I put a link on the page. If you want an actual physical copy, yep, you can order it here. It's pretty pricey though. $50 for paperback's not bad. Honestly, I wouldn't buy it, and here's why. Here's why I wouldn't. Suppose you're in the topic of linear modeling, which is one of those fun little topics, or quadratic modeling, another fun little topic involving my bike, exponential modeling, flipping coins, things like that. And you need to use that textbook. What I've done is, next to each of these that have textbook components, I've taken all the sections out and put them into a PDF, so you can just go there and look at it that way. So there's really no need to buy the whole book. It's not worth the expenditure of you guys having the book in front of you. Unless you want to have a physical copy, in which case go buy it. But we're going to use such a little bit of the book, it seems wrong for me to make you buy a textbook just to use like 20% of it. So I put the sections you need on this little extra resources page. Cool? Make sense? Now you can print that, of course, and bring it with you. That's totally fine, I think. I'm going to feign ignorance on the copyright infringement of that. But you've got everything you need on here. And Ron doesn't care. I've talked to the author of this book. He doesn't care about what you do. So, and he's giving it away for free. That's why there's so many ads on his page. Did you notice as soon as I clicked on the damn thing, an ad popped over on the right-hand side. It's loaded with ads, and that's how he keeps it free. That's how he keeps it free. So if you can deal with the UPS ad and the what's my fat burning zone, that's actually not an ad. That's part of it. Okay. If you can deal with all the crap floating around, then we can Sports Illustrated. There we go. Little side. 12. There we go. Very good. Very good. So anyway, there's your textbook. You don't need to buy anything. It's right there for you. I'll also give you guys a lot of resources in class. There'll be a lot of resources posted on the website that you can get to. No need to purchase a textbook. It's an interesting enough course. There's not really a good textbook for it. Anyway, it draws heavily from statistics, from probability, a little bit of geometry, a little bit of calculus, a little bit of algebra. There's no such textbook that covers all that stuff. So we're kind of making it up as we go. So anyway, that's it. There's the ISBIT if you need it. As far as the calculator goes, it'll be handy to have a TI in class. You can also put them on your smartphone. That's totally fine too. If you have I know there's one called the Andy 83, I believe, that it's a free app. I don't exactly know how to get it installed. I've never had success on it. But there are other tools besides the TI. I do cart around a TI with me, so I'll be using that in class with you guys. I've also written some programs for the TI-83 that I will give to you that we can use in class. I can't put them on an 86 or an 89, but I can put them on an 84 or an 83. I don't recommend that you go buy another calculator. If you don't have one of those right now, again, especially if it's your last math class, I don't know if I'd buy one right now. You can install one. There's a program right here that you can click on. It's a little executable file that'll pop up. That allows you to install a TI-83 onto a PC laptop. So if you want to bring your laptop to class, you can install it for free on there and just run it as if it were a TI-83. It's actually much faster than the one I use because it's got a laptop processor versus the Pac-Man processor that my TI has. So anyway, technology. Like I said, we're going to use a little bit of Excel, but since we're in class and there's only one computer, that seems a little bit lame. So we'll rely on handheld technology when we can. And not everything uses technology. A lot of stuff does. And you'll see why as we go through the course. A lot of stuff does. One of the first couple lessons won't rely on technology all that much, and then we'll start getting into some data analysis where you'll want to, because you don't want to spend all day long adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. It's just there's better things to do in the day, like figuring out how many bottles fit in this room. Cool? Good so far?
Yes.
All right, let's take 5 now. Let me check people in. The problem is I can't have anybody sitting on floors. So here's what we're going to do. Anybody waitlisted, come to the front of the room. This is going to make it easier for me. If you're not waitlisted, grab a chair. That's all right. I'll throw some water on it. Yeah, if you're not waitlisted, grab a chair because I have to do this by the book.